Feedback Learnex. English forever.
Hello and welcome to your show, Feedback Learnex. Today we have a very special edition. We're going to talk about the importance of the English language. Remember, in order to participate in all our social media, we have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube with the hashtag Feedback Learnex. I am Learnex and we are Learnex. And today we have two very special guests, Mr. Diego Ponce, our regional,
Hello.
and Ms. Marilyn, one of our team leaders. And we have a very special topic just for you. We'll see you in a second. The topic for today is the importance of English, the importance of the English language. And the first subject is English in business. We are here in one of the most expensive avenues in the world, the hub for business in Central Latin America, Reforma Avenue here in the middle of Mexico City. Now, Mr. Ponce, why do you think, or what is the main reason business people need the language?
Well, this is a really nice question and really interesting. I think that today everybody must speak English, and basically in business sections or something like that. So I think that if you want to get a promotion or if you want to have a conversation with your boss, with your leaders, so nowadays it's really important. English can open a lot of doors about talking about companies, talking about business, talking about a lot of benefits. I think today this is the most important requirement.
Exactly. In order to create a contract, in order to be able to speak with a foreign company, or just to generate a partnership, like overseas partnership, the language of business is English. They say that maybe Chinese is gonna overtake or French,
right.
But as of today, as of right now, business is the language of, or English, is the language of business. Now, what type of skills or English skills does a business person need? Like, do they need to write, they need to read, or what is it that they mostly need or are looking for today?
Well, today it's really important to know, first of all, to speak English in a really fluent way. So besides that, so we need to have a really professional image, which allows you to get your goals. So you need to enroll and you need to embody your character that you're going to transmit.
Exactly.
So, and in English, so you can write. So you must write, you must speak, you must understand, you must read. I think you need to cover all the core skills in English. So at the same time that you are speaking Spanish, so we must speak English. So as I told you before, English can open a lot of doors, basically in business.
Exactly. You need to be able to communicate, right, through the phone or face to face. Like if you have someone come visit. With emails, you have to know how to draft a proper email, because writing a letter or writing an article is very different than writing an email. Like it has its own etiquette. Be able to read, even if you're not, let's say, someone that works in public relations or someone that is a main contact with foreign companies, you need to be able to read the language. If you're an engineer, if you are a banksman, if you are anybody that needs information or to stay up to date with what's happening, what's new in the world, they need to be able to read, right?
Yeah, definitely. So English is nowadays is one of the biggest tools in order to have a better job, a better position, better things, benefits, to feel that sensation that you can express yourself in other language.
Exactly.
I think that's the most important thing.
Excellent. And with that, the best way to practice or the best way to acquire the language is how?
Speak. Practice.
Speaking.
Practice, speak, express yourself, be yourself, transmit your ideas. Don't translate, just let it flow.
Excellent. All right, well, we're wrapping up this subject. Now we're gonna move on to a different topic, always keeping in mind the importance of the language. Remember, we'll come back after this short commercial break. Remember to participate, hashtag I am Learnex, hashtag Feedback Learnex, hashtag we are Learnex in all our social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course, our YouTube channel. We'll see you in a second.
5001-9642 Feedback Learning.
¿Cansado de querer hablar inglés y no conseguirlo?
En la comunidad Learnex lo podrás lograr. Llámanos 5001-9642. 5001-9642.
Learnex English Forever.
5001-9642 Feedback Learning.
And welcome back from the short commercial break. We are here, Feedback Learnex, hashtag I am Learnex, hashtag we are Learnex, hashtag Feedback Learnex. Remember to participate in the comments in all our social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course our Learnex YouTube channel. And we're here with Miss Marilyn. Miss Marilyn, how you doing?
Good, how are you guys? I'm doing great, excited to be here to talk about the importance of English in tourism.
Exactly, the importance of English in tourism. Not just when we travel somewhere, but also when we have tourists here, especially if you're in the tourism industry, if you are just interested in hanging out with foreigners, or if you have foreign friends that come visit, the importance of knowing and participating in the conversation.
Of course.
Now, what makes English important when you are traveling abroad, Ms. Marilyn?
Well, something that's really important about traveling abroad is that English is a primary language. It's no longer a language where maybe I should learn it to be able to communicate with other people. It doesn't really matter what language another person speaks. English is the dominating language that one needs to use to communicate with people from another country.
Exactly. Whether you're going somewhere else,
yes,
or you run into someone here.
Yes, of course. Here, if you run into someone that is Asian, the primary language to communicate is going to be not Spanish, not a language from Asia, but it's going to be English.
Exactly. And speaking of tourism, we're here at one of the most beautiful monuments in Mexico,
place.
the Angel of Independence,
Yes.
right in the middle of Reforma Avenue, where is the stage that we picked for the topic for today.
Yes.
Now, what information do you find when you're traveling abroad?
You find a lot of cultural information. You find a lot of information about business, about traveling. A lot of vocabulary is had when you travel, unique to maybe a specific place or a region.
Let's say you travel to Japan,
Okay.
that has one of the most intricate subway systems in the world.
Yes.
How do you think, or in what language do you think the instructions and the directions and everything you need in order to move in the subway system, how do you think they're written? In what language?
I've done an activity where you see the map of the Japanese subway system, and it's in Japanese, and then sub is in English, so that people can read it and understand where to go, how to get there, and everything about it.
Exactly. If you go to any restaurant, any major tourist restaurant here, anywhere where the language is different than English, there's always a menu in what?
In English, always. They specifically hire out companies or places with marketing in order to translate whatever documents or whatever menu they have into English.
Exactly, so that you can see what you're eating, you can see what's going on. Because if you go to China and you order anything, I mean, it's happened to me at a Chinese restaurant here, is I ordered Phoenix paws or something like that,
Okay.
and it turns out they were chicken claws.
Chicken feet. Okay.
Yep. And it wasn't, the most appealing or appetizing dish, but the menu wasn't either in English or Spanish. It was just in Chinese.
Okay, that's difficult.
Yeah. So food, transportation. Well, for what else would you need the language when you're traveling abroad?
For culture specifically, if you go to a museum, if you go to a cultural center, information of how to get where within the city is in English. If you go to a museum, the titles, for example, here in Mexico City, the major museums are Spanish and then in English, the descriptions.
Let's not go too far. If you go to Teotihuacan here, an hour away, the stories are written in Spanish, in English, and in Nahuatl.
Yes.
So that everybody that comes by can understand what's going on. But anyway, this is a huge subject. We narrowed it down to these few specific topics, but the main subject is the importance of the English language, whether you're doing business, whether you're traveling abroad, or for any aspect that you may personally need it. Anyway, we'll be back in a different scenario. This is the beautiful Angel of Independence. We're here with Miss Marilyn,
Thank you so
who
much for
helped
having
us
me.
understand the importance of the English language in tourism. Ms. Marilyn?
Thank you so much for having me. It's important. It's important whether you're here in your native city or whether you're traveling to another country or within the same city as well.
Excellent. Remember to participate. Hashtag feedback Learnex, hashtag I am Learnex, hashtag we are Learnex in all our social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Be a part of the conversation, and I'll see you next time.
Bye.
And that's it for today. Today we talked about the importance of the English language here with Mr. Diego Ponce.
Yeah, so today was that really important day. So, and I have a tip for you, really important. So, every single time when you're speaking English, don't translate. Try to imitate the accent, try to write down all the words that you are learning every single time, even in your workouts, guys. So don't forget it, please.
Excellent. And also we were participating with Miss Marilyn, who told us about the importance of the English language when you're being a tourist.
Hello everyone. Yes, don't forget to travel. And when you travel, practice your English. My tip is going to be to watch sports, but watch them in the commentaries in English. Soccer, football, everything. Watch it in English because that way you already know what's happening and you're going to practice a lot more.
Excellent. And talking about football, we have here Mr. Potato Head, who's representing one of the biggest teams in the U.S. and one of the most famous teams of American football here in Mexico City. And with that, we close. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching us. We're Feedback Learnex. You can participate in the conversation, give us some feedback in our social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course in our YouTube channel, Learnex. Participate with the hashtag We Are Learnex, hashtag Feedback Learnex, and hashtag I Am Learnex. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Feedback Learnex, English Forever. Estamos en sintonía. Feedback Learnex, English Forever. English Forever. Feedback Learnex.